So what... Well, you obviously can't tell us 100% what's going on out. So what happens next then? Where are we at with Britain's Got Talent?
We are... Basically, we're waiting for the call to say... Because I think the producers cut it down from about 400 to 200.
Yeah.
And then I think 200 are invited down to a judge's day when they then cut it down to 40. So as yet, I don't know what's happening or whether I get through. So we're just sat round twiddling our thumbs at the moment.
You're both nervous, aren't you? Waiting.
Not really, because I've done what I can do, and there's nothing I can do about it, so I just try and forget about it. Yeah.
So what's the timeline then for this? When will you find out whether you're through to that last 40?
I have no idea.
Really?
They contact you really late. I only found out that I was on the show on Saturday, on Thursday.
Right.
It's literally last minute, and then you're going down to London for Monday and everything, so everything's so last minute, and I think it's so that you don't know what's going on, so you can't tell anybody.
Yeah.
So
you actually you live in Leeds, don't you?
I do, yes.
So you probably can't go anywhere now, then, can you? You can't take her out for a walk without.
It's funny. On our own, we're okay. Separate, we're okay, but together, people do notice us definitely. Yeah. I didn't think that would happen. The next day, obviously, I went down to London and I got on the train and I thought I'd be fine, and I wasn't.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose you're a double act, aren't you?
Yeah, I just had because obviously people don't expect a dog on the train, so it attracts attention anyway, but then it was like someone just shouts, "Hypnodog," and that's it, and everybody was like, "Can I have a picture?" And my dog's being passed about the train, and it was a bit of a nightmare.
All right, let's talk more next. Krystyna and Little Princess are here.
Key 2.
It's Blondie, and picture this. At the greatest hits. Good morning, it's 28 minutes past 8. If you have just turned us on this morning, we have a very special guest in the studio from Britain's Got Talent from the weekend. It is Krystyna and Little Princess, who is also known as Hypnodog. Yeah.
She's on the floor now, isn't she? I think she got sick of looking at your face, Sean.
Hypnodog is a little... What breed dog is...
She's a German Spitz.
And she's very small. She looks a lot smaller in real life than she did on the telly.
She does, yes.
Very soft coats and very big eyes.
I'm trying not to look at her in the eyes, just in case.
No.
She's probably doing the same, to be fair.
More than likely. So,
definitely.
How do you handle those people? Because a lot of people don't think hypnotism even works as when an adult does it, and never mind a dog. So what do you say to people when they say this is just a load of rubbish?
Well, I mean, I can't understand why people still doubt hypnosis on its own when people have had operations and teeth out, etc. It's been around for 100 years. And for the people that doubt, I always say, just come to a show, get up, take her on, sit in front of her, kneel in front of her at a show and take her on, see for yourself. And everybody that does it, they all arrive non-believers, and when they leave, they're like, wow, and scratching their heads.
That must be a good feeling for you, though.
Oh, amazing.
In your face.
Yeah. Unfortunately, on TV, it doesn't come across well because they cut out so many bits that you didn't actually see what really happened, the process. So that's unfortunate, but, if you see it live, you'll understand.
So on Britain's Got Talent, you hadn't spoken to, had you spoken to the people before? What had happened? Were they just volunteers?
I'd got them out of the queue. Basically, I'd asked for volunteers. They came out of the queue, but obviously they had to sign forms and I had to make sure they were susceptible. So I did a couple of tests with them before, and then they put them back in the audience. And that's why there's this big debate. Oh, she knew them. It was the same row. It wasn't, I'd never met these people before. They were there to oversee that and make sure.
Oh, it's a shame that wasn't explained at the time then, because I thought that. I thought because they all look like they're from acting school.
Yeah.
They're all fairly young people, weren't they? All,
There was a couple of older people,
Anton Deck.
Anton Deck,
Well, that's... thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Not a problem.
And bringing Little Princess in. Does she normally get up at this early?
No, never. We're normally coming home about this time.
Oh, really? Well, that's another story.
She's a rebel.
She's
a rebellious princess.
Well, I honestly, I wish you so much luck and success with this, Krystyna. I know there's a lot going on in your life at the moment, which some of it you don't have any control over.
Best of luck.
We wish you well, and thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you. Most exciting morning today. Yes.
It's Krystyna and Hypnodog.
Princess. Call her by her name.
All right, Mum. Right, it's just gone 8:30. And here is Fontella Bass and Rescue Me at the greatest hits.